What happened from that point, mid-third quarter, up 16 to Eric Gordon? He lost it. He went 1 for 15 from the field and 1 for 13 from three. What's going to happen from that point on? I'm sorry, he was 1 for 10 and 1 for 8, but they combined for 1 for 15 and 1 for 13.
Right.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
If your two best shooters, because Russ isn't obviously their best shooter,
no.
You're just going to lose. They missed so many. I just sat there in awe of how many open shots both of them missed, because they both had looks, which they usually make. What if they made 2 or 3 more of those? What would have happened? Would they have cashed in and won the game? Yes.
So let me ask you this. You say this is going to work. When you say going to work, the ultimate goal is, so you believe they'll get to the Western Conference Finals and win how many games?
I think they got a shot to win 56 games. And that was a lot of the website projections had them at 56. And that's a lot of games. That's what you think the Lakers will win. I think they got a shot to do that. And I like what Tyson Chandler did for them last night. Yeah. I always liked Clint Capella. I liked Austin Rivers. I liked McLemore shooting. I just think they're a better team than they were last year when they won 53.
My concerns is that if James Harden was wired like Steph Curry, because KD came in and Steph Curry's like, okay, I get in the back. Do you believe James Harden, not only would he get in the back, do you believe that he'll get out of the driver's seat and sit in the passenger seat?
I think
Forget getting in the back.
They'll take more turns than Steph and KD took. Take more turns. And I'm going to get to what I liked about the way they blended their talents.
Okay.
What does Russell Westbrook do that James Harden can't? He can explode up the floor with a rebound or an outlet pass. Once he gets rolling, he is virtually unstoppable because he's so fast with the basketball and he plays so strong. And if we could see a couple of those breakaway plays, the first one happened late, I think in the first quarter, and he gets an outlet pass, if we could see this, and he just takes it up strong against Brook Lopez and just scores it. Look at this. That's just a breakaway basket. What's that?
That's Robin Lopez.
Was it Robin? I thought it was Brooke. Okay, so my point is, James doesn't do that because he's not that explosive. He's not that fast with the basketball. And then there's another play where Russ goes and gets the rebound. And by the way, he had 16 rebounds last night.
Yes.
He was playing with relentless energy and passion. So here he is. He's going to get the rebound, and watch what he does. He can pass the basketball, so he draws 2 defenders and kicks it to my man, Eric Gordon, who finally met. That's one of the few. He made 4 of 19 shots. That was one that he made.
That was a Kawhi shot.
Okay.
You see that thing roll around the rim, hit the backboard.
But because he was having a hard time. He was off.
He was struggling. He was struggling last
That one
night.
rolled around and fell.
Yes.
But I love the pass from Russ because he forced the action in ways the Houston Rockets never forced the action. I think they can blend their talents. Sometimes James walks it up the floor. And by the way, the stats I saw this morning, James still dribbled it twice as much last night as Russ did because Russ took 4 dribbles to go the length of the floor.
And think about this, Skip. He didn't have it going last night, and he still dribbled twice as much.
Okay.
What happens when he gets it going?
Okay, but here's the way he did have it going last night. Look at your free throw shooting last night.
Yeah, he's getting to the back.
He's incredible. He made 14 of 14. So he scored 19 points for the first time. In the second half, he had 0 field goals. He had fewer field goals than he had in any game all last year. The whole year, this is the fewest field goals. But he still managed 14 free throws and made every one of them.
Right.
What else did he have? He had 14 assists. Guess how many he would have had if my man Eric Gordon had made 5 more shots? He would have had 20 assists because most of those misses came off James's setup passes. Okay? So I'd say he played really well. And I'd say in the fourth quarter, Russell Westbrook was huge in the fourth quarter. Was that not because he just deferred to Russ and he said, you do it, and he scores 16 points and has 6 rebounds in the fourth quarter. That's a good game for a lot of guys, right?
Yeah.
So he was trying to close it. And what happened with the Bucks? They're such a complete and deep team that Giannis fouled out with 5:18 left, and I thought, Houston's got a shot now to close this deal. And guess who cooked them? Guess who did them in? Brook Lopez and Ilyasova just kept making baskets. They scored 20 combined points in the fourth quarter. Well, how are you going to beat that when you're missing all those shots that I just detailed? And those two guys just keep making shot after outshot where you're just saying, how did they do that?
And Giannis had a triple-double and played a little over 28 minutes.
Okay. Well, he was spectacular, but I think he's going to be that way every night.
The thing is, Skip, this is you mentioned the troubles that James Harden was having. This is a long basketball team. You got Middleton, you got Greek Freak, you got Lopez, Ilyasovich, you got his brother. So this is a long team, so they can funnel James to the right because he's a left-handed player.
Okay.
Can he go right? Yes. But ultimately, he still wants to get back to that left hand.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm on your left side, if I'm on that left hand and I'm forcing you.
Sure. And ultimately, he wants to make shots, not free throws.
Right.
So last night, he's not making any shots in the second half. He's making a whole bunch of free throws, but those are ones versus threes, right?
Right.
Okay. So in the end, Russ took over in the fourth quarter and was trying to close it. And by the way, it came down, it was still a 4-point game with
115, 111, I think.
Yeah, maybe 14 seconds left, 20 seconds left. And there was a missed call where Chris Middleton was at half court. I don't know if we have that one. Yeah, here it is. He's backed up, he's trapped, and he just falls backwards and loses his pivot foot. Well, if you give Houston the ball there, I still think they have a chance to win the game. So it's not like they got blown out. Right. They lost the 16-point lead and then lost by 6 points.
Right.
So there was a minus 22 reversal from mid-third quarter. But I still say they had a good chance to win the game. And what did James do in the fourth quarter? He went Anthony Davis in the fourth quarter. He took 2 shots and missed both of them. And Eric Gordon took 7 shots and missed every one of them. Well, help me out. If that happens to this team, you got me. But I don't think that's going to happen very often to this team.
So if they don't make the Western Conference Finals and they don't win 56 games, you're saying this is not a success. So that's that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you don't believe
it's going to take some time to figure each other out.
Yeah.
Because even though they were teammates for a couple of years, was it 3 years in Oklahoma City?
That was so long ago.
That was so long ago. They were just NBA babies.
Yeah.
And James was coming off the bench.
Correct.
So their chemistry on court was not tested that much because they probably didn't play together all that much.
Well, James was on the court at the end of the game because, he was really one of their closers also.
He was.
But it was a totally different role.
Yep.
Russ was the star.
Yeah.
And Russ is still a star.
Yeah.
But James Harden is the bigger of the 2 players now.
I just have this feeling that Russell Westbrook has been through so much pain losing playoff games that he finally said, I have a chance to start fresh and start over a little later in my career. He's starting to get into the backside of his career.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope he says, you know what? I've averaged a triple-double for 3 years. I've won an MVP. Now it's about me trying to get to and win a finals. Because, Skip, look, hopefully he can learn now what he couldn't or he didn't or he wouldn't learn when he had KD.
Correct.
Because you had an ultimate guy that really didn't need the ball, and you really should have been facilitating through him, running the offense through him. But Russ was trying to make a name for him. And that's what you get. Sometimes, Skip, you get these young guys, I know he's talented, but I want to make a name for myself too. Hell, what the hell you think I'm in the NBA for?
Yep, I agree.
And so hopefully he's to that stage now. But I believe, they're going to win some games because, Skip, they got a guy on the roster that can average 36. They got another guy on their roster that averaged 34 a season with a triple-double. So we know they can score some points.
Yep. And what I love about Russell Westbrook is he will bring this team what it didn't really have last year. It's contagious nightly energy. It's every dribble energy where it rubs off on everybody. They looked different to me last night because he was igniting them. How many 6'3" guys can get 16 rebounds?
No.
Is that not just about want to? Is that not about desire?
That's what rebounding is about.
Yeah, and by the way, there were no Steven Adams memorial here, take this one off a free throw. He had to go get them.
Yeah,
right?
He did.
Those weren't gift rebounds. He got 16, and he made that team different last night. And they should have closed the deal. They just needed to make about 3 more shots.
Yeah, the bench. They got to get some production out of it. I mean, James Harden and Russ can't play the whole game.
Yeah.
Their bench was awful.
Yeah, but I like Austin Rivers. He had a bad night last night, too. But I like Thabo. I like Ben McLemore. I'll get it right. Eric Gordon comes off the bench.
Yes.
So,
but he's the guy. He normally gives you 18 to 20 off the bench. But 4 of 19, 3 of 12, I didn't get it done.
Won't happen.
Okay, well, we're going to find out.
Yeah,
okay, you got 56 in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I just got Western Conference Finals for sure. I already told you.
I mean,
got Clippers, Rockets.
So what the Lakers gonna be doing while they play in the Western Conference
Looks
Finals?
like they're going to get knocked off by one of those two teams wherever they finish.
You believe that?
Standings.
You believe that?
Boy, have you noticed what the Clippers have been doing?
The Clippers look good. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
The Clippers look good.
They look good. You can't even lie.
I gotta Golden State look bad though.
Maybe we should talk about the Clippers.
We can't lie about that either. Golden State look bad
They
too.
did.
Well, it's going to be fun to see how that duo develops throughout the season. But moving on, is Charles Barkley right that Kawhi is better at everything now than LeBron? That's next.
Whatever.
Plus,